Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Lisa Winfield, the organizer advisor, and my goal is to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. I am your organizational advocate. I serve as a professional organizer and certified life coach, and my job is to help you create the life that you truly love. All right, so today is Saturday, September 3rd. Woo, welcome. Fall is almost here, and for Floridians, we are so ready away from some of the hot and humid. But anyway, Saturdays for our daily health and beauty routines are dedicated for fun. Family fun, outdoor fun, fun with grandkids, kids, friends, loved ones, and pets. So for our organization TOGA for today, and TOGAs are today's organizational goals and activities, we are going to create our exercise bin and get all of our exercise equipment together so that we can start to really utilize it to enhance our health and our happiness. So let's get started. I have a few notes. So what we want to call this is exercise outfitting. We have bought all kinds of, items to help us enhance our health. This is, those New Year's items we go out and buy for our New Year's resolution of finally getting fit. Well, it kind of wanes about 3 weeks in. We're just kind of tired. It's uncomfortable. We probably pushed too hard and overdone it. And instead of taking those small steps, we may have just put all of these little items aside. But we're going to gather all of those items. That's step number one, is gathering. So you can get a bin, a laundry basket, whatever, and go gather. Gather whatever you have that you have purchased to enhance your health, such as yoga blocks, even sporting equipment like footballs. Those are fun things to do with kids. Here's a really whimsical one. This is like a beach ball, just kind of feathers and sparkles. That's my kind of thing. But just go and gather all of your resistance bands. Include your CDs, DVDs, whatever you use to, if you do an exercise program, your arm weights. I have leg weights and weight bands. Anything that you have purchased to exercise with. Here's your yoga mats. And then we have our stationary equipment. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But right now we just want to gather everything that we could use to exercise with. Now, if you have a lot, like your kids are involved in sports and you have a lot of sporting equipment, we don't have to gather all of that right now, but you do want to create a dedicated space for those items. But right now we want to focus on just gathering the things that we can use to enhance our physical well-being through exercise. That could be a hula hoop. I've got my bike right here. I don't know if you can see that. Yoga mats, your resistance bands. Go ahead and get your athletic clothing, shoes, everything together. So number one, you can get an idea of what you have. We want to make sure that we're utilizing all of these items that we've spent money on. I call it capitalizing on our investment. So if we gather all of these items, we're more likely to use them, A, if we know we have them, and B, if we can access them. So that brings me to creating a dedicated space. You might want to select an area in your home where you can exercise, with a lot of movement. So if you do yoga, or if you do Pilates, or if you do any kind of weight training, or like P90X, anything that you do that you can have enough room to move freely without bumping into something, tripping over something, or injuring yourself. We don't want that. So kind of find, as you're gathering, area in your home where you can exercise, because that is where you're going to put your bin, basket, or whatever storage device you're going to use for your exercise equipment. So, for example, I exercise in the master bedroom, and then I can slip this little bin right under the bed, and when it's time for me to exercise, I can pull it out. I have everything I need. I don't have to go look in drawers at the bottom of the closet trying to find everything. Everything is in one location, which is going to encourage me to use those items to enhance my health. That way I am capitalizing on the investment. I'm using the products that I purchase intending to benefit my health, but also it's going to be motivational and inspiring if I know I already have everything present. I don't know if you can see, but I have a nice little basket here that was given to me by a friend. Thank you, Margaret. That's where I keep all my yoga items. So I keep a towel in there, my yoga mats, and then my yoga block. That I keep right by the place where I exercise, so that when I'm cooling down, I do yoga to cool down, then I can have all of my yoga materials right there. So gather is the first step. So go through and gather. So if you need to pause this video, go ahead and pause it, go through and gather all your exercise items, and then meet me right back here. Okay, so we have all of our items. So now that we have all of our exercise items, we're going to start to group. So we have gather, and then we have group. We want to group these by what purpose they serve or how we utilize them. For example, I group all of my yoga items together. I group all of my weights, resistant bands, and my arm weights and my leg weights. Those I actually put on while I'm cleaning. And then I'm going to group all of my outdoor equipment, like balls that you don't throw in the house, your croquet set, anything that's going to inspire you to have activity. You're going to want to keep those in a dedicated space where you can grab them. It could be a duffel bag, it could be a cart on wheels, but something that you can easily grab, either put in a car and take to the park, or go out in the front yard and throw the ball to your grandchildren, or play with your kids. But have everything together. Like if you're going to have a basket, have a basket for your balls and your tennis equipment or whatever. Then have all of your outdoor exercise equipment together, such as your croquet set, your badminton set, volleyball set. Have all of those in one dedicated space, like in your garage or in a closet, where you can grab them quickly and have them all together. So that's grouping. So as you go through your process, start to group like categories. In research, we call it themes emerging. You're going to start to see some themes emerge from the items that you have. Group them by themes. Also, now we're going to go through. Now we're going to do the editing part, and that means we're going to look at everything we have. If we have multiples, like let's say you impulse bought 5 of these resistant band packets, you may want to have one in your gym bag, you may want to have one in your outdoor bag, and you may want to have one in your exercise bin. Anything more than that, you're probably going to want to purge some, donate them, give them to a friend, and maybe have a friend create their own exercise thing, and you can work out together. So go through and edit. The other thing you want to do is you want to clean your items. These are items that we use frequently, and we often get very sweaty. If we're outside, we might get a little dirty, so we want to make sure our items are clean. So you can use your Listerine spray with your flour sack towels, or if you want something a little bit more on the go, you can use your wipes, sanitizing wipes, but you can wipe down your equipment and make sure that it's nice and sterilized, because it always makes us feel better when things are clean. We're more motivated to use them. So just wipe down your equipment. You may want to wipe down your, just periodically. You don't have to do it after every time you use it, but you're going to want to do it periodically. Another thing I like to do is I like to spray my mat down with Listerine spray and kind of wipe that down, my yoga mat. So that way we know that the items that we're using are clean. So once you have, let's see if there's anything else in here I wanted to show, like something that has handles, like this is my resistance jump rope, but you might want to wipe down the handles because you tend to sweat a lot when you're exercising with your palms, and you just want everything to look and feel clean so that you'll be more encouraged to use them. We gravitate toward things that are clean and that are that we know psychologically are in good order. Okay, so I'll put that down there. Now that we have gathered, grouped and gone through, we've edited. We're going to create those dedicated spaces. So now we're going to talk about stationary equipment. Find a place in your home that you can house your stationary equipment where you are actually going to use it. Now, most people have bought stationary bikes, treadmills, ellipticals, rowing machines, on impulse, thinking, I'm going to use this. I'm going to really take control of my health. I'm really going to meet those exercise goals and get my body in the physical condition that I want. However, we put them in a place because they get to be somewhat obtrusive. We put them in a place where we're not going to use them. We want them out of the way, and then we don't use them. Unless you have a home gym, usually a treadmill is in the bedroom or it's in the living room. And after a while, people get tired of looking at it and having that reminder, hey, I got to get on that treadmill. So then the next thing that happens is it either gets moved to the garage or it becomes a clothing rack. So it's going to house blankets, jackets, clothing, because it's convenient just to drape it over and it kind of hides it. So that's not what we bought those for, and we've made a significant investment in these items, so we want to make sure that they're in an area that we're going to use them, but we want to set ourselves up for success. So what you want to do is you want to plan where you can use that item, and then you want to decorate that item as an intentional space. You want to put like a plant stand, something that you can put your water bottle on if it doesn't have a cup holder. You want to put a plant, you want to put a pretty picture, you want maybe something visual like a TV or a tablet holder, or something where you can watch what you're doing, watch while you're working out, but something that's going to inspire you. I like my treadmill in front of a window, and I like it in the backyard, so facing the backyard, so that I can let my dogs out and watch my dogs play while I'm working out on the treadmill. They can be out. I actually have a dog that will get on the treadmill, so it's just kind of fun. It gives me something to look at. I like watching them have fun while I'm working out. But consider the location of these large purchases and how you can best utilize them by creating a dedicated space and making that space inviting, something that's really going to attract you. Okay, so then the other items, we want to create those dedicated spaces, a basket or bin for under the bed, or you can use a really pretty storage chest if you use that as like a coffee table, and you can put all your exercise equipment if you use the living room for your exercise space. Find a place that's comfortable to you. If it's too cramped, you won't exercise. If it is in an area of the house where you feel isolated, you're not going to exercise. And as parents, it's a great role model for your children to see you exercising, because it's going to encourage them to exercise too. Okay, so accessibility. We've already kind of covered that, but I want to say, if it's not accessible, you're not going to use it. If it takes you more than 1 or 2 steps to get something out of a closet, you're not going to. It's too much work. It's too heavy energy. So what you'll do is just avoid. So you want to have it accessible. So you can use decorative boxes, decorative baskets, chests, whatever you feel comfortable with, that is going to inspire you to use these exercise items. Now, if you're going to use it for a coffee table, you have a bunch of stuff on the coffee table, you're not going to take it off to get to it. Set yourself up for success and be realistic. Accessibility. You want to really just be able to grab it and use it. If you have to move everything, 2 or 3 things, you won't use it. It's just not going to happen. So have it accessible and make sure that it's comfortable for you to reach, and that the items are easy to get in and out of the basket, because you want to have something that's easy to replace them to. Okay, so now arranging aesthetically. Kind of talked about that too, but you want to have an area where you're actually going to feel comfortable. You want it out of the way enough, but not isolated. You want it to where there's enough room for movement, but you don't want to have to restructure your entire home around a place for you to exercise. So if you don't have a home gym, you're just going to have to fit it in to a space that you feel comfortable, but make sure that you put some motivational items there. So you may have a picture of, you know, the kind of tone firm body that you're wanting to get back or that you want to get to. Set your goals. Have a list, a framed list of the goals that you want as far as your physical fitness. Maybe you want to say, I want my arms more toned. And so your affirmation will be, I'm going to have toned arms and they're going to make me feel beautiful. I'm going to be strong. I'm going to be more physically fit. I'm going to feel more comfortable in my body. Whatever your goals are, you'll want to put some sort of motivation there. You can get all kinds of little signage. You can have them made if you need to, but make sure that you have a visual reminder of what your desired outcomes are to keep you motivated. Make it a happy place. It needs to be bright. It needs to be, you know, something like candles and fresh flowers to help you stay really engaged with that space. Make sure it's clean. If it, you know, gets dusty and the carpet looks dirty or dingy, you're going to be less likely to engage in that space, to participate in that space, because clean is uplifting, and something that looks dingy or dirty or not well lit is more kind of energetically depressing, and so we avoid. We gravitate towards something that's light and uplifting and clean. So set yourself up for success with keeping that area clean, bright, pleasant, something that is uplifting to you. If you start to get a visceral reaction of dread or avoidance, then you need to reformat that space. Okay, gym bag, grab your gym bag. You want to go ahead and pack that so that you're going to use it. So if you have a gym bag or a gym membership, or you go to outside your home to play a sport, you're going to want to have a towel. Remember, we went through those toiletries the other day. You want to have your toiletry bag or toiletry pouch, anything that you need to be able to participate in that activity, you want to have in your gym bag. So make sure that you have that packed and ready to go, that it's clean. Use a little essential oil spray to make it fresh smelling. Make sure that you have your athletic shoes. You may want to wash those. You know, just have everything ready. Lip balm, also your sunscreen. And if you're going outside, you want to make sure that you have your eyeglasses for eye protection. I like to put a couple of little eyeglass wipes, lens wipes, in my eyeglass case in order to keep my lenses clean. So another tip. Now, lastly, I want to talk about some other supportive items that we're going to need if we're going to be outside exercising, or even indoors exercising. We're going to want to get our water bottles. So you want to gather all of these and make sure that you have water bottles that are functioning for you, and then also make sure they are clean so you can wash these in hot soapy water. I don't encourage dishwasher for these, but I like hot soapy water. You can add a little Listerine and clean that. Listerine is a disinfectant, so that's non-toxic disinfectant, so it's going to clean your water bottles really nicely. Just make sure you rinse everything really well. So I'm just going to recap really quickly. We're going to put together our exercise bin, and we're going to also gather all of our outdoor activity items. So exercise bin is going to be your weights, your resistant bands, whatever items that you purchase to exercise with, your yoga mats, yoga blocks, all of that. Then you're going to create this dedicated space. You're going to go through them, you're going to edit them, but you also want to assess what you have so that you know what you can use. Then you're going to put them in a space that's going to be accessible, and make sure that they're clean and inviting and that the area is comfortable and well lit. Then also for all of your outdoor equipment, you want to do the same thing. You want to clean that. You want to make sure it's easily accessible. It's in the top of your garage. You're not going to use it. You may need to buy a storage device on wheels or something that you can wheel it out and then have it easily accessible and then returnable. So just start to think about all of the items that you could use outdoors, having fun, playing with your kids. Don't forget your pets. When you're outdoors playing, this is a great opportunity for your pets to get some exercise, to alleviate some stress, to benefit their health. So I like how my water bottle and my leash match. So, you know, just take your pets outside, have fun with them. It's so healthy for them, it's healthy for you. But today, Saturday, is our days for our outdoor fun, family, pet, loved ones, exercise, fresh air, sunshine kind of day. I know that's a lot, but I just wanted to cover everything. So that's our toga for today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.